Greetings, welcome to the Ricardo Skerrett Immigration Law channel. Today, we're going to talk about immigration alternatives for Canadian nationals. As we all know, Canadian nationals have traditionally moved to Florida during the winter and they spend many months here as tourists. However, there are many Canadians who want to explore immigrant alternatives to become permanent residents of the United States. Of course, if a Canadian citizen has an immediate relative that can petition him for immigration purposes, then that Canadian citizen can do a family petition with an adjustment of status or consular process, depending on which alternative is better for the Canadian beneficiary and for the family. If the Canadian citizen and the family do not have any immediate relatives here in the United States, there are several immigrant alternatives that the Canadian national can examine. For example, there's an intra-company transferee, an L1A visa, by which a Canadian national who is employed by a main company in Canada transfers himself as chief executive officer to a subsidiary of that company here in the United States, particularly here in Florida. That would be the case, but it can be anywhere in the country. And the advantage of that L1A intracompany transfer visa is that it leads to the permanent residency eventually for the beneficiary, the spouse, and the children. And also, the spouse will be able to work to get employment authorization while the petition is pending and while the beneficiary has L1A status. This is an immigrant visa that leads to permanent residency. Another alternative, which is a non-immigrant visa, it does not lead to permanent residency, but it can be renewed indefinitely as long as the investment is happening and the business recurs and keeps on operating, is an E2 non-immigrant visa, which would grant the beneficiary and the family E2 status and would be able to remain in the United States indefinitely as long as the visa is renewed. I've had clients who have had E2 visas here in the United States for several years and they have been renewed indefinitely. The only disadvantage of that visa is that, as I stated before, it is a non-immigrant visa and does not lead to permanent residency. Canada has a treaty agreement with the United States by which we can process E2 visas and E1 visas. The E1 visa is an immigrant visa which requires a substantial investment, and Canada is a treaty investor country that has executed those treaties with the United States, and therefore Canadian nationals can benefit from E1 or E2 status here in the United States. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you for contacting our channel, and please contact us if you have any further questions regarding Canadian nationals and their immigration alternatives here in the United States.